If you have a BMW G 650 GS and often thought you'd like to change oil yourself, save some money for the dealership, I'm going to show you how to do it in 10 steps under $50. You'll just need a few simple tools to get this job done.
First, we're going to move this drain plug. I like a deep socket 24, so then I can put my foot down here. And I can give it upward pressure while I loosen it. That way we don't strip that out. And we pull this cover off. The chain guard cover. Then we pull the oil filter cover off with an 8mm. Sometimes I'll give it a little tap. And it will make a little mess. The one I'm pulling out is a mall, depending how you say it. Here's your drain plug, small magnet, not much material on there. I always go ahead and clean it up real good. Now there's two things when you do an oil change. The dealership is going to recommend most likely they're going to recommend replacing this here, either aluminum, or in this case this is a copper or maybe a brass crush washer. I've been pretty successful in reusing this. This time I'm going to reuse it, and that's the same with this here O-ring. I've also been pretty successful in using it. I've heard that this can go for 2 years or 25,000 miles on this O-ring. I'll leave a link to an Amazon list I've put together that actually sells this O-ring and that crush gasket washer. But like I said, I've been pretty successful in reusing it a few times, and I'm gonna reuse it this time. Just, it's nice, it keeps the overall cost a little low. Alright, now let's suck the oil tank out. Okay, next we're going to use our Muddy Vac. There's a couple different versions of this. This here is an automatic one. You just plug in your air and it sucks whatever you want into this tube, into this canister. There's another kind with a manual pump. That works pretty good too, maybe a little less expensive. I'm sure there's a lot of others, but I've had great luck with Muddy Vac. I got a link down below on Amazon list. Check it out. Alright, so we're going to plug this in. It's pretty much going to kill my audio. Pull this. And away goes your oil. You see here the oil.
Getting pulled right into there. Okay. With a good light, you can look right down in there and see if you're missing any. And I can see right down at the bottom. And I believe I get more oil out this way than if I pulled that plug. And there we have it. For this oil change, I'm using the K&N oil filter. KN 151 can be bought on Amazon or your local cycle gear. Just put a little bit of oil on that O-ring in there. Put that in there. Got this cover cleaned up. I inspected the O-ring, it all looks good. Also, it's hard to see, but at one point I drew a marker on this, and the marker shows me the orientation. So I can always put it on the same way. I don't think it's that big a deal. Sometimes I give it a little bit of a tap, which helps it press all the way on. I'll snug it up. And this goes on. 10 Newton meters is also about 7.5 foot-pounds of torque. So alright, next we put the chain guard back on. I did clean this up a little bit. This gets a little goopy in there. As you can see, the chain area is pretty oily, pretty greasy. I lube my chain pretty often, and that's just the lube kicking up all over the place. I did use a little bit of a brake cleaner just to clean in here lightly, get the plastic shield here wiped down as much as I can, and I'm not overly picky, so we're gonna put it back together now. The torque, I'm sure there is one. I'm not too worried about it. I just snug it up pretty good. You can always check it after your first ride, after the oil change. Alright, we got the drain plug magnet all clean. Looked at the crush gasket washer, crush washer, that looks okay. And we now take this to 40 Newton meters, which comes out to about 29.5 foot-pounds. Again, I like to use my foot. Just kind of helps me keep pressure on it. I gotta look to make sure I'm flush on that. Alright, it's time to put the oil back in the bike. This here bike calls for a 15 weight 50, 15W50. You go to your local cycle gear, find this exact oil. This is in a gallon form, or you can buy Quarts. You can also find this guy here. Both can be bought off Amazon, come to find out. Just for an idea of price, I bought this guy here at Cycle Gear for about 47 bucks. So if you do some quick math, call it $11.75, 12 bucks per quart. going this way. When you buy this one here, this one gets up to more of the $14, $15 per quart or per liter. This one's actually sold in per liter. As far as I can tell, they both are the same. They meet all the same requirements on the back. You can read more into that there. I like to use this little oil jug, fill it to where I need it, and then I can take it right in the bike. Keeps it pretty simple. I've been using this oil for a couple years now. I've had great luck with my 650 GS. Like I said, this thing's real nice. Has a little spout so I can get it right in there and give it a pour. Now, one thing you gotta be careful for when you're doing this oil tank is I found it will fill all the way up before you reach the amount of quarts you need, which is about 2.3 liters or 2.4 quarts, right around there. So what you do is you fill it up as much as you can. You can wait for a little bit. You can also put the cover back on and start the bike momentarily. That'll run the oil throughout the system some more, and then you can top it off. All right, take it to about there. Put in your oil cap here. By the way, you'll never guess what I just did. I'll put it at the end of this video. Rookie move. All right, so now we're gonna start it up. Okay, now we'll put the rest of it in. Now the next thing you'll want to do is you're going to want to turn the bike on and run it till it's hot. Once it's hot, and you know that when the fans kick on, when you hear the fans, you know it's up to temperature. At that point then you can turn it off and check your oil level. The fan came on. Now we're going to check the levels. See how we did. What I like to do is I just I screw it down lightly and then I bring it back up again. Alright, we're about halfway. We can probably add just a little bit more and then that should be good. As I mentioned throughout the video, I'm going to put down some descriptions, some torque specs, some capacities, as well as a link to a Amazon list. This is something new I'm going to try. For each video job I'm going to do, I'm going to put together a list so you can click the link and then see the whole, I guess essentially it's a wish list, and you can buy things there if you'd like. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked it. This is a new channel I'm going to put together, so feel free to subscribe if you like it. I'm going to be doing some more how-tos. Next up, I'm going to do some chain tightening, go for some rides, just kind of do everything motorcycle, and do it with a camera. Thanks. I just made a huge mess. Ha! Yeah, don't do that.